Imagine waking up, being able to drive into work, or just imagine waking up, looking out your window and seeing, breathtaking mountain views. Today, we're going to be answering the question, why are so many people leaving the lower 48 and heading north to the last frontier? Specifically, we're going to be comparing life in the Sunshine State to life in Fairbanks, Alaska. So if you're considering a big move, this video might provide all the information you're looking for to help make an informed decision. We're going to examine such factors as cost of living, lifestyle, job opportunities, and the unique environments that make these two places so different. By the end, you might just find yourself contemplating life beneath the northern lights. Let's start out with cost of living. Now, this can be a critical factor when deciding where to settle down. Fairbanks, Alaska is known for offering significant savings because we don't have a state income tax. We also don't have a sales tax. Now, our median home value is right at about $315,000 for Fairbanks North Pole area. And this is going to give you some good housing options on either side of that. Everything from dry cabins on the lower end, on the way lower than 315, new construction homes, and huge home on the hill that is well above 315. So depending on what you're looking for, we kind of have something for everybody. So whether you are coming up by yourself, coming up with your family, coming up looking for just a second vacation home, we kind of have everything that you're looking for up here. Now, Florida has a median home value of about $400,000, with hotspots like Miami and Orlando experiencing some higher costs, obviously. Now, there are going to be some areas that are going to be a little bit more affordable, but housing expenses in popular regions can be pretty significant. Now, outside of those areas, there's definitely going to be some more rural areas that are going to be quite a bit more affordable. But housing expenses in popular areas, like I mentioned, are definitely going to be pretty significant. Neither state, not Florida or Alaska, have a state income tax, but the higher property costs and insurance costs in Florida are definitely going to push things over the edge, especially when you're factoring in utilities and overall expenses. Fairbanks kind of offers a little bit more of a budget-friendly lifestyle than parts of Florida do. So let's talk about the great outdoors, because Fairbanks is an absolute paradise for the outdoor enthusiast. Imagine waking up, being able to drive into work, or just imagine waking up, looking out your window and seeing, breathtaking mountain views, or, coming home or looking out your window and seeing really beautiful northern lights in the winter, or spending your weekends going hiking, camping, fishing, hunting, backpacking, kayaking, boating, you name it, you can do it here. I've never been to a place other than Alaska that offers a more deep connection to nature than this place. Now, Florida has its own vibrant lifestyle as well. It's going to be a little bit different for sure. You can go out and do things in the outdoors. You can go boating, you can go fishing, you can go to the beaches. It is very hard to not think about the white sand beaches, the sugar sand beaches of Destin, Florida, kind of in the middle of, the super darkness of December, January. Yeah, it's hard not to think about that. Or, going to Disney World when it's super cold, the world famous attractions all over the state. My wife and I talk about the whole lower 48 being kind of the land of plenty. That's what you're going to get in Florida as well. Anything that you want, you're going to be able to find it there. One of the things that most folks need is pretty tight community, and that's definitely what we have. And I realize I'm comparing apples and oranges when I'm comparing a tight community of 30,000 people to a whole state of Florida, but that's what we get here in Fairbanks. We're kind of known for having a close-knit community. When we have a community function, the whole community shows up. All of Fairbanks, all of North Pole shows up for the Midnight Sun Festival. Florida's definitely going to offer a completely different, cultural scene as well, just because of the location of where it is. There's so many folks coming from so many different places, all feeding into Florida. So that's going to give and offer a completely different cultural scene and influence to that part of the country than we're going to have here. So that's also going to be something you're going to get there in the land of plenty that you're not going to get here. All right, let's talk about job opportunities. So Fairbanks has a pretty wide variety, pretty diverse job opportunities in areas like healthcare, education, the military, natural resources, being able to pull oil and gas, oil out of the ground, gold. That requires a lot of people, a lot of work, a lot of logistics, a lot of shipping, a lot of transportation. There are a lot of employers, here in Fairbanks that are constantly looking for people. So if you're like, you're watching this video and you're like, I really want to come up from Florida, I want to move right now, but I need a job first, check out that video. We've talked with tons of people that have watched that video, clicked those links, found jobs, and are coming up right now. So it's good stuff. While Florida does have a broader job market than Fairbanks does because of it is in the land of plenty, as I mentioned, Fairbanks has a pretty stable environment because of us being so small, because of us having the military installations that we do, the people that we do here, areas like healthcare and education are super stable. If you want to find a job and stay here for your entire career, healthcare and education are pretty good career fields to be in. Oh, that reminds me, we just updated our Fairbanks relocation guide. So if you are moving to the area or you're just a little curious, you're just thinking about it, check out the link in our description below. Get you a copy of our free relocation guide. It's got everything that you need to know about the area, from all of our top schools, top neighborhoods, a lot more information than that too. Let me know what you think. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video. About 95% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. So if you are, thinking about coming up to Alaska, or you're just generally interested in Fairbanks, make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we're constantly, dropping videos left and right about Fairbanks and about Alaska and about what it takes to live here. So if you are curious about that and want some more of that content, hit us up. Let's talk about Fairbanks's climate. So we've got about 6 months of winter. We've got 2 months of cooling down or warming up from winter that we're going to call spring, and 2 months of cooling down that we're going to call fall. And then we've got about 100 days right in the middle of all of that we're going to call summer. And our summers are, we've got temperatures maybe as high as 90, super low to 0 humidity, awesome summers. Now this summer we've had periods of 1 or 2 weeks of just rain in the 50s. Like I said, that's what we have right now. Historically, we're kind of hovering around the 70s, and it's pretty nice all summer long. But with all that darkness comes the ability to see the stars, the ability to see the moon so bright and beautiful like you wouldn't believe, be able to see the aurora borealis. Without all of the darkness, we wouldn't see the things that we do and be able to experience the nighttime and the winter. Florida, on the other hand, we're talking about tropical, subtropical environment. I mean, it's warm temperatures year round. It's going to be heavy rains from time to time, high humidity. Those are the things that you're going to have to deal with. And you're going to have to also deal with all of the creepy crawlies that live in those kind of areas. But you're also going to have to deal with hurricanes, and the hurricanes that we're experiencing year after year, from what I can tell. I'm not a meteorologist, but it seems like they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So I would imagine that insurance costs are probably rising higher and higher and higher, and that's going to affect your overall cost of living in that area too. Let me know down in the comments if that's what you're experiencing, or if that's what you're not experiencing, because I would love to be educated further on the subject. So let me know. So whether you prefer Alaska's seasonal extremes or Florida's endless summers, either way, the weather and climate's definitely going to impact some of your lifestyle choices. Now, Fairbanks provides a pretty high quality of life in terms of excellent schools, healthcare facilities, and an abundant amount of recreational opportunities as well. The strong sense of community also makes it a pretty ideal place for families. Fairbanks boasts a lower crime rate than most areas in Florida, contributing to its appeal as a safe and kind of friendly place to live. And if you've possibly Googled, Fairbanks crime rate, and you've got questions about the numbers that you've seen, take a look at this video where I explain kind of all the ins and outs of, the Fairbanks crime rate, what the numbers actually mean. And although the numbers look a little bit scary, when you actually look at them and drill down what the numbers really mean, it's not that bad. And like I say in that video, I've never experienced any crime. My family's never really experienced any violent crime here in Fairbanks. It's not as bad as these stats kind of make it seem to be. So take a look at that video. Now, Florida, on the other hand, has a history and definitely has a reputation of having a higher crime rate. Now, that belief might just be more centered on some of the more highly populated areas, but it kind of affects the overall safety perception of the entire state. So is Fairbanks, Alaska calling your name? It's really no wonder why a lot of people are calling us every day to talk with us about why they're choosing to leave the lower 48 and come up to the last frontier. So whether you're seeking new adventure, change of pace, or just a better quality of life, Fairbanks offers it all. So if you're considering a change, discover what Fairbanks has to offer. Give us a call, 907-885-0316. You can check out that link in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more Fairbanks related content. And you can also check us out at www.fbxhomesearch.com. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.